Hey, what's going on everybody? It's ETAPRIME back here again. Today we're going to be taking a look at the all-new 8Bitdo arcade stick for Xbox and PC. They do offer two different color variants. We've got the black version here, but they also offer a white. You can pick these up on Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description. I'm doing this video a bit early, so I think it's pre-order right now. But one of the best things about this is, yes, it does work wirelessly with the Xbox Series S and the Series X or PC. Unfortunately, it doesn't work with the 360. And in order to connect it wirelessly, you will have to use the included 2.4 GHz dongle, but you could always go over USB if you wanted to. And it's compatible with their new Ultimate software, so the buttons and stick here is fully remappable. We've got a super long, I think 10-foot USB cable. It's full-size USB to USB Type-C. Also comes with a month of Game Pass, like a lot of accessories nowadays, but this is fully licensed by Xbox. And personally, I think this thing looks really good. We've got an 8-way joystick, and this is fully upgradable. If you wanted to go with Sanwa buttons and sticks, you could get in here very easily and upgrade them. But from what I've tested so far, this thing works great right out of the box, and as you can see up front, we've got a 3.5mm headphone jack, so we can plug in our headset right here. It also has a toggle switch for that headset on the unit, so we can turn that on and off. And around back, we've got a USB Type-C input. This has a 1000 mAh battery internally, and out of a full charge, you can get 30 hours of gameplay out of this stick. As you can see, we've got the Xbox button layout, A, B, X, Y, R, B, L, B, R, T, L, T. We've got a couple extras up top here, so these would be our rear trigger buttons, and we can map these from the Ultimate software. And we've got a full set of switches over here. Our headphone switch, we've also got a joystick to controller switch, our menu, start, screenshot, Xbox button, and we've got two extra 8Bitdo buttons right here. There is a compartment to hold that 2.4 GHz dongle, and I really do wish that this also had Bluetooth built in so we could connect it to like an Android tablet or something, but unfortunately it only works with this dongle or over USB. And if you plugged it into an Android tablet over USB, it works, but a lot of people aren't going to be doing that. Large rubber non-stick feet, and this is a weighted unit. There's a steel plate in the bottom, and it's definitely got some heft to it. It's not going to be sliding around on the table when you're playing. 8-way joystick feels great, and we can actually use software to turn this into a 4-way if you wanted to. Buttons are really nice, and you know, if you really wanted to upgrade all of this, you could. Taking a look at the internals, really easy to do so. So if you already had some hat buttons laying around, you could throw them in here. Also, nice Sanwa stick fits right in here. Connecting it wirelessly to the Xbox is pretty easy. I'm just using my Series S here, and I've been looking for a good stick for the Xbox. I play a lot of fighting games here. We're just going to plug that dongle right into one of the free USB ports. Like I mentioned, this will also work with the Series X. Turn it on, and it's good to go. It's detected it, working just like an Xbox controller. Now we do have that switch, so we can go to joystick mode or controller mode, and that really helps out with PC. Sometimes the games will not detect it in joystick mode, but it's not really going to change how the whole unit works. It's still got an 8-way joystick and all of the buttons we need. Full navigation with the Xbox, and we've also got that screenshot button, so you won't need to move over to another controller to do that. And the whole unit actually feels really good. I've had this sitting on the table. It's not going to go anywhere. You can see it kind of just moves everything on the table because of those big non-slip feet. And of course, using anything wireless will give you a little bit of input latency, but it's nothing that I've really noticed here with that 2.4 GHz dongle. And again, if you wanted to alleviate all of it, go wired with it. This does work out really well, and obviously we've just got some Mortal Kombat going here. But another thing these arcade sticks are great for are indie games, especially 2D platformers and things like that. Got a bunch of them installed on my Xbox, and we'll move over there in a second, but just giving you a look here, I mean, yeah, it works out really well. Just moved over to Castle Crashers. I was going to go with Shredder's Revenge, but this was on my main menu because I was playing it this weekend with the kids, so I figured I'd go ahead and start it back up. This is one I've yet to play with an arcade stick, and it kind of feels at home here, most definitely does. Now the next thing I wanted to give you a look at is the Ultimate software. We can also update the firmware on this, so we're going to move over to my PC and I'll show you exactly what we're going to be doing with it. Super easy. So like I mentioned, this new stick does work with the Ultimate software. You can head over to their website, download the correct version here. I also want to upgrade the firmware, so we've got the upgrade tool, and I've already downloaded everything, installed it. I've already got the stick plugged into my PC. It's going to check for an update. And I don't think there's an update. Not yet. Not for this one. So we're good with that. But the next thing we're going to take a look at is the Ultimate Software. So this is the Ultimate Software X. And from here, we can remap these buttons. So if I choose one of these, we can go ahead and remap it if we want to. Sync to device, we can go back to the default settings. Now at the time of making this, if I head over to sticks, it's in Japanese. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on with these three settings here, but we can change this from an 8-way to a 4-way. This will be updated. Unfortunately, I just don't have a way to change the language in the app right now, given that it's a bit early. But by the time this is officially released to the public, this will be fixed. And unfortunately, it doesn't work with the mobile app. It'll only work with the Windows version. But this is great. We can totally remap this whole thing. And it works for PC, and that's one of the big reasons I wanted to get my hands on this. So we're going to move over there now. I've been playing a lot of Street Fighter 6 on PC. I just went ahead and picked it up on Steam before Xbox or PlayStation. So we've got it here on my laptop, got that dongle plugged in. And personally, I don't notice any latency. But again, I don't play these competitively. I play these for fun, against friends, against the CPU. So, some professional might notice more than I would. But it's perfectly playable in my opinion. And I've been really enjoying using this, especially on PC. Usually have it connected to my main gaming PC with a larger monitor, but I figured we'd just go right here with the laptop. And got a whole portable little arcade set up now. And of course, with an arcade stick, emulation is something that a lot of people are going to be wanting to do. So we're just going to move over to some Dreamcast. We'll go with the Redream emulator, and of course, Marvel vs. Capcom 2. One thing to note is once this is connected to the PC, it's going to detect it as an Xbox controller, so most emulators won't need to be mapped at all. Some you might need to go in and tweak the buttons, but with something like the Redream emulator, I didn't have to do anything at all. It's got the buttons laid out like I want. You can go into the software or even the Ultimate software and remap this to your liking. So yeah, this is a really great stick. They also released another one a few years ago, which was pretty good, but this does seem to be a little better quality. It's got a little more heft to it. We've also got that Ultimate software support, which will come in handy for a lot of people. Kind of like the fact that we can swap on the fly, basically from 8-way to 4-way, but most of the time I'll have this in 8-way mode, given that I really need it for the games I like to play. So overall, really liking this stick. Like I mentioned, wish it had Bluetooth so we could connect it wirelessly to an Android tablet, but I completely understand what they were going for. It is officially licensed from Xbox, so they kind of needed to keep that standard there. But it is good that we have that dongle so we can go fully wireless with our Xbox Series S or Series X. If you're interested in learning a little more or you want to pick one of these up, I'll leave some links to Amazon in the description below. You can pick up the black version or the white version, and at the time of making this video, it is pre-order, but it shouldn't be long before this thing ships out. If you've got any questions or you want to see the sticks and buttons upgraded in this, just let me know in the comments below. But that's going to wrap it up for this one. Like always, thanks for watching.